Hi everyone, this is Kyle with GameDbait, and I'm going to be showing you a trap. Now, this is going to be slightly different than my other traps, so let's just go right into it and figure out what the heck it does. Oh no, it's not a door trap. How odd. Actually, I should probably get that door off with my hotkey. There. And so what is it? There's a torch over there that says treasure, come and get it, something. So I'm going to look around this room, on the way out. I'm going to ignore the fact that I have redstone. And I'm just going to go running in here. Oh no! What the heck is happening? The door is gone. So, pistons are going off and it's freaking me out. So, first of all, this is a semi-invisible because of the way you fully see. You can if you go like that, and also you can kind of see that there's string here. Sort of. It's really hard to see. The bats are a little distracting, the treasure is a little distracting, and this, the reason I put this here, these lights, is because you can replace these lights with TNT. If you do, and I didn't want to do this for the demonstration because it would blow everything up, but they would fall from the sky, land here, you'll turn around and try to run, this thing will close on you, and then you can't really get away, and you can lace the entire ceiling with TNT if you want. You can lace the floor with TNT, like right underneath here. You can put TNT everywhere, because if this gets set off, it'll blow everything up. Now, those pistons you hear, here, I'll just break through over here so you can see. There's nothing on this side, it's all empty. But that string, this side is connected to the ceiling, which you can also connect to the floor really easily. And this other side, I have going down to this contraption, which it has a little bit of redundancy built in because I was trying to make it so it would also bring the walls back down. Here, let me just break this open so you can see what happened. So none of this was here before. Now, this wall, this wasn't here. It's 3 high, so it looks like it's going to stay there, right? You know, you don't think it's going to disappear suddenly, so you can eventually get to the door. But what this does is it's stacked pistons. Now originally, when I first started this, the pistons were all sitting on top of each other. So these two were here and where this one was. So this one was where this one was. And on top of the layer, so I'll just recreate it. That's not how I recreate something. It was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's what it was like for the pistons. Then what I did was I put these on top of it. I am terrible at this. So what happened was all the pistons went off in order. So first the bottom one pushed everything up. Then when this piston was up here, it went up and pushed this piston, which was here, up to here. So when that piston pushed up to here, it then pushed this block way the heck up here. So this block became this block, right here. So it effectively moved 3 blocks up 3, completely sealing this chamber, which was 3 high. So the floor block that was right there, became 1, 2, 3, this block right here. And the reason it worked so well is that you couldn't really assume that that was going to happen, because who does that? Who makes something 3 high? Now the reason this is here is sort of as just a way to figure out where it was for me, but also because when you just had it down, it looked kind of funny because there was kind of a little drop there, because I couldn't really get the pistons to line up right, what with the redstone signals and everything. I didn't want to build it down again. I really couldn't. And I didn't want the floor over here to be raised because this was where it was, and I didn't want to have to rebuild the entire thing. But you can probably make it perfectly flat. You just have to plan ahead a lot more than I did. So anyway, let me show you how the wiring works. Let me just break a lot of this. I'm not going to be able to reuse this. Try not to break the actual. Let me just rebuild this wall so you can see what it. Okay, so there's the wall. So these pushed up and then fell back down. The way I did the top layer, which is the one that's going to activate this highest one after it moves, that's very important. You have to set it up not where it is, because these don't go up, but where it's going to be. So what I actually did was use sticky pistons so that they would go up and down automatically and it was easier to build. But I started with the bottom layer. And the bottom layer, see, the redundancy is that I was trying to make it so it would come back down and bring the wall back down with it, but then I realized it's not going to do that. The wall will not come back down because sticky pistons only grab one. It would only grab one. So these two up here didn't come down. So that's the redundancy, and I didn't realize that until after I had built most of it. So you only need one layer of this going into the bottom, which it works here. And I'll show you just by throwing one of these down. See? Yeah, it works. And then when it turns off, see, it doesn't pull this one down because the timing of it turning off would have to be first this one, then this one, then this one. Because this one cannot pull this one down if this one is extended. So this one would have to retract first, this one would have to retract second, this one would have to retract third. But they have to activate in the opposite. This one has to activate first, this one has to activate second, this one has to activate third. Because they can't push activated pistons either. So the redundancy is you only need one layer of this. You don't need this because this was a delay. I was making a delay so that this one would deactivate last. Don't have to do that, so this can just be a small circle. I've gotten a little bit better at redstone since the last time I made a video. So really, I've learned a lot in that this is the best way to do it instead of doing, 1, 3, 5 on this side and 2, 4, 6 on that side. Just do this. This is way more compact, way easier. I don't have to do the stupid circle around it. So other than that, I was just playing around with I was trying to figure out that TNT trap that I discussed in my last video, and I was like, okay, I'll just build a little room and see if I can get tripwire to set off some TNT. Then I realized the TNT will destroy everything, so I replaced it with lights. And then I realized, well, the lights themselves don't have to be a trap, but they can definitely be a distraction on what's going on. So I was just testing this, and then I realized these things renew. They just keep going off. And I'm like, that's cool. So I was just playing around with it. I replaced the entire ceiling with these things, and I realized that it's really easy to set TNT or anything up, because this is a pretty, it's only a 1 signal. It only goes a little ways. It's not super powerful, but it reached all the way up here. And I thought, well, if you replace this with TNT, it's pretty much invisible. You can't really see from the doorway. From this side, you can see it. From this side, you really can't. So when you're walking and you're walking and you're walking, unless you go really slowly, you won't be able to see that. But if you know it's there, you can smack it. Or shears, you can cut it. I'm pretty sure if you just smack it, yeah, it sets it off. So you don't want to do that either, because it'll activate whatever trap it is. You have to have shears. Okay, it only activates it once. So shears will disable this trap, but if you go in here without them, first of all, the iron door locks on you. Second of all, if you do activate this thing, the wall comes up, TNT starts raining from the sky, or whatever you have set up in here. Maybe the floor opens up, maybe the lava starts pouring in, whatever. Also, there's nothing in here. Ah! You thought there was. Oh, and it says, treasure, come get it, no traps. No traps on the chest. But this is just a distraction. This is to get you to look over here. If you've ever been in one of the more advanced dungeons, usually in a mod, this is in places. This actual trap is actually... see, what you could do is put iron bars here. And I'll show you why. Let me just get a good pickaxe as well. So I'm gonna fix this. There. See how you heard the click? Now, if you put iron bars here, one of the interesting characteristics of string is, let me get into game mode 0. If I just break this, just break this. Come on. It's not working. Hold on. See, this usually works in other places. I'm not sure why it's not working here. Oh, you know what? It's because it was usually taller. That's why. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. See, that's what I was trying to show you. If an item lands on string, that's what I meant to show you. If an item lands on string, it sets it off. It's sensitive to items. So if you were to put something they have to break here, then even if they know that's there, they might not be able to do it. So say you put this right here. Okay, so, and then they try to break this top one. And maybe it'll fall backwards. Maybe it'll fall. Some of them don't. They're not doing it the way I want them to do it. But there. Now it sets off whatever's being set off, and everything dies. So it doesn't have to be this. It could be something else. And if they don't have shears, then their only way of doing it is to break the bars. Hope it doesn't go that way. Really, really slowly this way, and then smack it, and they might not even be able to reach. So that's one. The other one, the reason I had the floor come up here is so they couldn't run away with TNT if it falls from here. Now, if you have a whole bunch of TNT up there, like say you have a stack of it, like there, game mode 1. Say you have, I'm actually going to do this just to blow it up, but say you have TNT here. You replace this with TNT. Yeah. Now, how can you set off a whole bunch of TNT? Now, I don't want to make it visible by destroying these blocks, because then they'll be able to see it. But TNT is going to fall. It's going to fall straight down. So you just have to have a delivery system that sets the TNT off all the way up. And I'm not sure how to do that offhand. Let's see, just grab any old stone block. So let's see how much of this stuff I can get. Let's see. Okay, let's see how much of this will actually go off if I put redstone. Again, I'm not great with redstone. You guys will know how to do this. But let's see what happens if I... Did that connect? Yeah, okay. Up, 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 up. This might not set off any of it, but it will set off the bottom. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm also hoping that it sets off a whole bunch of it. So, the more that gets set off, the more it gets activated, the more it'll fall through the floor into the room you're in. So you can see it there, but you... Oh, yeah, I had the stone up here, so... That's why that stone was there, so you couldn't see it. I'm in creative, so... I'm going to step on that. Only one of them got set off. Now run away. Oh, that actually worked. So that was interesting. Obviously, the redstone will be set off properly as opposed to the jury rigging that I gave it. But again, the premise is there. I just don't know how to do it properly. I have almost a 15-minute long video, otherwise I would show you by playing with it and then figuring out how to do it. It's probably something like something really simple that I'm just missing. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? There. There! I did nothing. I am terrible at this. How the heck did it even get on top? It's interesting. Okay, enough of that. It's 15 minutes long. I'm going to end the video, and I hope you all have a nice day, and I hope this taught you something. And peace.